for people wanting to start their own brand and have not come from this world or this industry. There is so much that's unknown. And this is one of the best things that I can say about Stateless is that education component. I truly felt like you were there along the way. You gave me such grateful tips and insider information. And I did feel once the contract ended that I was ready to take the business post launch and continue growing on the path that we had laid out. And that brand guidelines deck, I have been living in it every single
Oh, great.
in that document, looking at all the
Awesome.
information that you've aggregated. It is the most helpful document, especially
Great.
someone who is the only employee within their business doing so many different things. Because when you are at the start of the process of developing a brand, there's so much you have to think about that sometimes you just don't even know where to start.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So we try to make it a little easy of building it in stages. So if you try to think about it all at once, it becomes overwhelming. But yeah, that if you just start with that positioning statement of, what's your differentiator? Why are people going to care about your brand? And then what's your mission of your brand? What are you looking to achieve with the company? Then all of those, you put a lot of thought into that, all the decisions become easier from there. So coming up with a brand name, for example, even becomes a lot easier once you've established that positioning. So you knew community was super important to you, and focusing on this sort of like untapped area of the women's business world, and this particular type of customer.
Mhm.
So then a name like Good Rapport is just a natural representation of that idea. And then everything else that we did also is just like a natural representation of it. And so the decision making becomes so easy once you've done that work at the beginning.
Yeah. And you're right. Stateless does a great job, even though there's a lot of things to think about, and breaking that up into bite-sized pieces for the client and kind of going through a very specific process flow. The day of the first lifestyle brand shoot,
Yeah.
I ended up
Oh man.
getting deathly, not almost deathly, but extremely sick
Yeah.
and having to
Yeah.
actually miss the first lifestyle shoot. And through that entire process, it really emphasized for me how having the right creative team in place is really a game changing decision. And I would love to elaborate on that because I was so thankful and grateful that you were there able to run everything that day and I didn't need to be there and I could just be home recovering and trying to get better.
Yeah, I mean, I really appreciate that. And it was so sad because the being on set for your first photo shoot is seeing your baby come to life. And it's just, it was just so sad that you missed that experience. But a lot of the time, yeah, there's so much preparation that goes into it that on set, you're not necessarily doing a whole lot as the founder because you've done so much work. I was basically an extension of your brain in knowing what you wanted and what your brand was about. And so it could happen pretty seamlessly. So yeah, I mean, I think that obviously you having, going through the work of having clear vision, but also for other founders, surrounding yourself with the right people that can help you clarify that vision is also really important. And then people that just know what they're doing to execute is also amazing. Like people, I think, underestimate what goes into something like graphic design. Like we always say for a logo, we might end up delivering something that, yeah, technically you could have done yourself. And maybe we even did that iteration of that logo in 10 minutes, but it's not 10 minutes. It's decades of experience and work that went into prepare us to execute that in that 10 minutes. And so that level of experience is just bringing that to as many components of your business as possible is always going to put you in a better position for success.
Yeah, it's great. And the lifestyle shoot ended up coming out so well. And you're so right, Evan. I remember probably that month leading up to the actual shoot, we were meeting every week, sometimes multiple times a week, just to make sure everything was in place so that come even the walkthrough that we did the day before, it was
Right.
seamless, it was smooth, we could do it really
And
quickly.
you came to us with such a great vision for something that was easy to believe in and get excited about. And also, we are only as good as the taste of our clients ultimately. I feel like you have impeccable taste and just helped guide what we think is a really beautiful brand in the end. And so it's really amazing to see it to come together. And then it's so fun to watch like your social media and everything as you are really like putting it into action. And I'm glad you're using the brand guide. That's amazing. And it's like it's all like looking so great. And yeah, really happy to be a part of it.
Thanks so much, Evan. Those brand guidelines have literally been like my Bible for every.
Awesome.
I reference it for every need that I have. Thank you so much. And I'm looking forward to working again soon.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'll talk to you soon.